Hey, welcome to RTC, the company that does rapid manufacturing with nimble engineering. As one of our major services, plastic injection molding is the process where you inject a near molten plastic resin into a steel mold under high temperature, high speed, and other optimal parameters. Once the mold is fully filled and the plastic is frozen off, the mold opens up and the part can ejected out and pushed out. The first common defect is called a welding line or welding mark. So what is that? A welding line is where the plastic flows through the cavities of the mold, gets split into two or more flow frames. During the feeding process, those two frames mix up again in the mold. These flow frames are typically cooler than the materials behind them, and when two of these frames meet, they usually do not completely melt or weld together so well. This can leave what looks like a line in the surface, and sometimes it can be identified incorrectly as a scratch. So, what can we do to prevent these defects? The easiest way of getting rid of welding marks is to prevent having any holes or apertures in the design in the first place. Now, obviously that's not very practical most of the time. That said, I have been seeing customers remove certain holes and have them drilled in after injection molding because the welding line was either an unacceptable mechanical weakness in the molding or it was just too unsightly. But let's say you cannot change the design and it's down to the molder to improve the situation. First, you can play with the melt temperature. Increasing the melt temperature can help to ensure that the melt front welds fully. The problem with this approach is that the cycle time may increase as the part may need more time to freeze. To help with the problem, you can add more cooling channels. Other approaches might be 1. To reposition the gate and runner to inject the materials into a different location on the cavity. 2. We can texture the surface of the mold, which helps to disguise the defect. 3. We can simply paint the parts and cover the defect. The second most common defect is called a witness mark. So what is a witness mark? It is a defect left on the part surface at the material's gate location. So this can look like a plastic tree stump where a large screw has been removed off. It might look like a fine wisp of hair. If a hot runner used, sometimes the witness mark might look like another ejector pin site. Some of the witness marks look like dimples, burrs, raised edges, and a number of other surface imperfections. It is very important that as an injection molding company that we work closely with the customer to identify these impossible imperfections at the stage of design for manufacturing. And if the defect is going to be unpreventable, at least we can agree upon where the defects will be located. A few things that we can do to prevent these defects are 1. Disguise the locations and witness mark within some other fixtures. 2. Use submarine gate to relocate the injection point, maybe on the inside of a side wall. 3. Use a fan gate to distribute the resin over a wider area with less pressure. 4. Use multiple smaller runners to distribute resin and pressure. So this is for today's video. I hope it can be very helpful for your new product development journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next week with 2 more defects. And don't forget, we are the guys who do rapid manufacturing engineering with nimble engineering. Thank you, and this is Frank from RJC.